So far, I attended 3 events, and all 3 were very interesting. The session earlier today was about financing, and it was very interesting. And the main point from that was just how to save money, especially when you are earlier in your life, because time is crucial. And then Mr. Soma just talked about integrity and how even though you're probably going to be faced with tough decisions, to keep your integrity. The session I found to be most interesting was the financial session, and the thing that I took away from that was how important it is to save money, especially early on in life, like now. And I'm planning on setting aside a certain amount of money each year, even though, however, I don't have a steady job, to try to get a head start, especially while I'm young.
I joined Johnson Controls in 1988 as the manager of the sales department calling on Chrysler, because the automotive companies were our customers. At that time, our annual sales were $800 million. So I went through a number of positions. I went from there to running sales for all of North America, to being in charge of sales, marketing, and business development globally. Then they added to it also, in addition to that, global strategic planning. And then I moved into being president of the automotive operations in North America in total. Was then elected a corporate officer, and then given the position of president and CEO of the automotive business worldwide. So for the planet Earth, I was in charge of the automotive business. So that was the JCI. I think what you're doing here with this business week you're putting together is, and you don't know this yet, but I know it. That's why I'm here, because I know answers to questions you don't even know you should be asking me yet. But there is a gap. There's a gap between you're gaining the knowledge in business school and applying that knowledge in business. There's a gap there, because you can't. Universities can give you the knowledge, but how well you apply the knowledge is what matters. If you're a 4.0 GPA, but you don't get along well in the dynamics of the business environment, it doesn't matter to me what your GPA is, because you can't apply effectively what you know. This kind of thing that Robert Morris is doing with the Business Week is helping to get you over that bridge a little bit. It's moving you over, and you're starting a little by little to understand what the dynamics that you're moving into are, and how then you can position yourself to optimize the application of what you learn here. So this is a great experience. When you're looking for young people out of universities, as somebody hiring young people, what you're looking for is who can come down on the ground running quickest, because we only have so much money to hire people with. And we understand there's going to be an orientation period. But what you're doing here is going to shorten that orientation period, because you're already getting a good idea of what you're going to be in when you get there. And that gives you a competitive advantage over people interviewing for the same position with the same GPA you do. Because what companies are looking for is, what is your level of maturity, what is your level of understanding, and how much of a ramp up are you going to need to acclimate yourself to this world. The university, through the work that they're doing here, is getting you well down that path. Not all the way there. You won't be all the way there until you get your job, but you'll have a much better sense of what you're going into. And that's going to make you a candidate that's going to differentiate yourself from the other 4.0 GPAs that haven't had that additional opportunity. So I think it's tremendous.